in play for Cam and Bucky. Making it off the drop was very important for them. One of the biggest struggles that they've had today, but they've gotten through Donnie and Macwood. They've gotten through their drop of the Daily Bugle, and although it's rotated outside, it is still looking pretty decent for them. Here it is. They're starting to set up for the attack now. What can they find? Refreshers are what every player in the lobby is currently hoping for. Mikey and Keys is a different story. He just wants to stay alive. He's just trying to heal himself. He's above the surge, though. Players are in front of him, and notice the important part is get in and get safe. And no, although he trades a huge tag, it's not going to be enough on high ground, though. It's my pick of Pamsu and Fat. He throws a body straight off. What was that all about? He lost Batch. Oh, no.
Picks up Batch, hucks him over the side, but it was Nawson and Bryce, who we saw have a couple of very good moments. They take it away, and we get another almost bounce back. We're going almost right back to where that fifth zone was, meaning they don't have to invest as much to really hold this high ground. They'll be able to connect to some of these older builds.
And we've been here before. Nawson and Bryce had that high ground yesterday. They let one of these games slip away, and it looks like they might have seen some formula that works here and now, and this is why they're playing for that high ground once again. As you can see from the side there, Pam is still up. Keep an eye on him. Cam, however, is going to find who Fishy. Big tags here from Sprite and Nounsy, putting some pressure on, and that's how Possessed is going to fall there. And you know they want that loot. Will they fight for the body? Let's see it here. They're going to start breaking their way in. This is very greedy. We've seen Illis and Jack get punished for doing this before, but this time it is going to work out.
Bucky finds another one in the feed. Him and Cam just racking off the eliminations. That's 3 from what we've seen, but this slight change in the verticality is going to cause chaos on the low ground. Everyone needs to move up 2 grid spaces. If you don't get there before the opponents, they're going to be able to about face. But as soon as I say that, we're actually pulling out and away from where we just were with the 8th zone. So a little bit of room, a little bit of respite. And as I say that, Paper's like, what are you talking about, Sundown? We're hopping into boxes. We're picking up elims. We're getting the med miss, and we're trying to make it happen. So is Sprite. And now he's sitting on 7 elims, and a great level change from Sprite.
This consistency definitely matters. These points are super important in the overall scheme of things. You need more and more. Oki's still alive here, clutching out what he can with every team that falls. More and more is being rewarded to him. Player on the backside, no shield in him. Does he take that risky edit? Does he have the heart to? Of course he does. It's a huge trade. Does he get the finish? And yes, he does as well. That Siphon, much needed and welcome. It's XF who falls here. A far fight, but not enough. Oki's gets another one. And the follow-up is all coming together here. Shot from behind, it doesn't matter. He's happy with the top 7. Illis and Jack, however, gets to snipe up all of that loot. 3 siphons worth exactly, and now they have tons of material. I mean, high ground's looking great here, but it's not going to be easy.
Tons of floppers.
A lot of win condition.
Trying to look for a little bit of room. Nick on the backside of the zone that will be able to cover his back, but he only has 1 more wooden build. He's saying we have to go forward.
Double armored walls are down. Things are getting very intense here. It's a 2v2. Plus another 2 solos in the mix. You gotta be careful. Bucky is on the other side of the wall. Illis gets punished there, but he trades out the shot. A high ground team jumps in the mix as well. Great block, but Jack gets smashed on. Demonics from behind there, and now Cam swings around there, and Nick is down. So Demonics is by himself. He trades out Cam. In the end, Demonics is on top right now. A 1v1v2 situation is in front of us here. 7 elims for Demonics. Talk about consistent so far, and a huge pop-off. But the high ground, like, there are so many heals here at this point. What can you really do? Nowsy says, all right, I'm going all the way up. He's not going to make it easy. He puts some pressure in, just enough for Demonics to start to look over, get some mats here. But if he can't cancel the heal off, it is all over.
There's no shot. Demonics would have to do something. He'd have to go full demon mode. Bryce on the other side puts a massive shot on him, but none of this matters. Nawson is sitting on an entire sushi shop of fish. He has the med mist in there. He was never getting taken down.
High's a little interesting right now. Fishy finally gets eliminated there, and now he's on the backside of the zone. He picks up those heals. He knew what he was working with. Tabji and Qua, however, on the other side, getting big pressure here for the teams in front of them. They have to start changing layers. We still have 25 players alive right now.
5 solo riders going through, 15 duos up. Demonics and Nick, though, with a ton of space. And Demonics had an amazing game last game. Got shut down in a well-played 1v2, but Blake and Limit Lawrence trying to take the advantage. Blake dropping all the way down. Does take some fall damage, but gives it just as good as he gets it. Only has wood builds, and that one's going to be burned through, so he's on none. Flo picks up another. Quad picks up another. Crumbler gets the confirmation onto Fabled Taco. Looks like it's going to come down to this here. 19 players. 18 players, 12 duos going as Crumbler gets the confirmation onto Flo.
Flo is down. Winning is all that matters, guys. And of course, that will send you straight to the final. So every player matters here. Every team will always matter today. Nets, however, has to get a fight going here. Okiss finds another one as well. He is clutching up big time right now, but what can he do? He needs the siphon. TK's not letting him allow him to actually heal. Quad loses tabs. G, it's not for free. Somehow, he gets up on to the only piece of high ground available, and it is so far off from the other opponents. He might just be safe for quite some time here. But a duo, Demonics and Nyx are still here. This is gonna go right up and over. Do you have a launch pad? Do you have mats? I don't see it on Demonics. I don't see it on Nick. Who's gonna sacrifice himself and actually play for the mats here? Lawrence is in the bush. Oh, that's gonna hurt there. But at least they have mats now. They can do something. There's a zip line. I mean, make your way to that.
It's pulling up and over, but Qua is just looking down. We talk about literal fish in a barrel, but that zone, it goes to a point. Nobody can get up there. Old Man Mountain claiming his toll. Qua's gonna get the victory royale, but I mean, there's no possible way. Mars and Clover, they can do whatever they want. Mars trying to find an angle, might have enough with the Medvis, but this, it's so high. We talked about the change in verticality, and I mean, Qua's just chilling, man.
Oh, wait, it's going to go back towards Mars. Mars will still have a single opportunity here. He is now officially safe, but for how long? Not much longer. Hey, there is a glimmer of hope in Mars, but it gets stomped out. They're right behind Convicted. Can he hit the shot that matters right now?
Gonna get one opportunity to jump on them without them noticing, but Trap Kill taking a ton of damage in front of him. Looks like he might have been able to get the reset.
Illis is right underneath him. He jumps right past him. Oh, he saw him skate across, but no, not fast enough. No angle reveals itself. And instead, there it is. Illis finally hops out in another hop, skipping a jump, and he gets past Okiss as well. And Knifer's down. Okiss is hurt here. Shots from behind here, but no Matt. Does he farm or hide? He's gonna say, I'm gonna use this tree to go ahead and hide out. He's below the surge. That's where those big tags are coming from. So the pressure ever so high right now for Muzz and Avery, however, trying to work their way down. They're just skating their way through enemy builds here, trying to conserve what they can. They do have mats to work with on high ground. It's the Quentin and Sphinx so far in this game. Cam still fighting for his tournament life here. He's at 5 eliminations, Sundown. Things are starting to add up for him.
5 elims, but no more shields. 2 more builds, 1 more build. Zone ticking, and that's it. Did get in the cascading placement points, but didn't get a ton. Only an additional +7, but Pamsto and Batch up on the high ground, trying to make it through. Pamsto currently sitting on 3 eliminations, and they have a bead on Nexian Narwhal. Instead, just opting to cover in front of him, not letting Fable Taco get the pressure on. As Who Fishy picks up 1, Coop Bear ends up getting the double onto Avery or Muzz, and will swing down to Aviv on the low ground. He's got 3 elims himself, uses the chug splashes. He's got a solid amount of builds, though, Monster. He could make a play here.
Yeah, pay attention to the zone, guys. It's going off the mountain now, so this is going to start creating big verticality, and this is why the Quinta comes down. He finds Fable Taco, who's trying to play for that second height here, and already he didn't grab the map, so it's cost them so much here. They're really starting to run out of material on second height. Haji, Suscript, poising up for that high ground retake here. Next, he has to jump down. He needs these mats. He's desperate, and he gets taken out. Redux and Plague finds so much. Who Fishing Kaz on the other side of the barrel. Find Pamsto with the full finish, and another set of 2 right there, and duos are falling before Who Fishy and Kaz. And oh my gosh, can they get Redux as well? No, instead they're gonna pause here. They're gonna go ahead and regroup. They need to breathe after that one.
Trying to find a little bit of room, using the chug splashes, making sure they get together to min-max on it. Don't forget, it does have the AoE hit. But that's script. No builds. Trying to potentially mantle or get to the front of the zone. Kaz with 5 eliminations. He says, it's all on you, brother. As Who Fishy pops him in, he looks for the side. 114. Brilliant shot, but can't find the second one. And he has no builds to cover up. As Redux is going to get him. Ab finds another. Playify and TK still in it as Playify gets sent down the side, but he finds 1, he finds 2, and TK gets the other. It's a 2v2v2.
Finally, high ground comes down. They're out of material. They have to get inside the mix. No longer are they free to go ahead and battle. Every team has a layer to themselves. Every team has elims to their name. This is the pop-off game for all the squads that actually needed to pull through here. Playify TK take the fight. Redux and Plague have the better angle. They win it over. Playify sits in the zone right now. Finally, high ground is there, and it's a 2v1 situation. There's a down player in the zone. Can he come out and face the music? No. Sphinx and DeQuinted end up winning in the end. These guys are playing for the win. 4th time could be the charm, though. And once again, they're putting themselves up on high ground. Zone's aiming their way as well. Could this finally be it?
The difference is, I'm not sure how much is in Pamstu, but Thatch, 136 in terms of the build, and almost everything he's invested already was wood. That hasn't been the case every other time they've gone up. Pamstu still has 90 builds with him. This is their opportunity. They were so close yesterday. I mean, it came down to the final moments. Finally, they have a pretty solid, not even pretty solid, this is a fantastic height control.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this when it goes off the mountain as well to play for. It's perfect. Playify gets taken out here though. TK, time to turn up. No more materials. You're in first place. You need this refresh. He jumps in, he lays down the SMG, and it's not going to be enough. Nets hits the headshots that matter on high ground. Reciprocal sneaks up behind Pamsto. Thatch is hurt here. It's an all-out fight, and they're going to commit to it. Remember, 7 chug splashes they have to bounce back here, so plenty of quick heals, but they have to position up. They have to fortify this base. It's going right off the cliff.
And notice how Pamsto literally invested half of his full materials there just to make sure they didn't lose height. That's how much they value.
Here it is. Jack, though, has to play for the save right now. Notices that he needs to get up Illis here. They will work better as a two-man team. Mars, however, on the low, after a great start, gets shut down a little bit early in 21st place. Not enough for him. Demonics and Nick, another endgame. They have been so consistent today. Now, playing the slow ground and playing it so well. We haven't seen any teams opt in to keep the low ground the way we have with Nick and Demonics, and I actually love it. They're really just embracing that type of play style here. Muzz and Avery in an endgame, though. This is getting exciting.
Muzz takes a bunch of damage, but Tieko goes down, and the shots continue to rain from above. Boyle gets forced down. Only one build left to his name. XF has one, but a fantastic reaction mantle there to stay on the same level rather than get separated. Creo goes down to Styles, but we're going down and back up, which means if you're on the low ground, well, good luck. Pose and Encos find a pair there. We'll hop on over to Vert, but Pamsto and Thatch, if you're seeing this zone, you're thinking connect and then turn and look.
It doesn't get any better for the high ground teams. The low ground squad starts to force and mash their way in. They're running out of thin air there, essentially. Demonics and Nick, though, another set of elims. That's onto Accept. That's onto another pickup there of Flow on the backside of the zone. So big eliminations here. The zone's going up and over the mountain. Pamsto and Thatch may have just gotten gifted something special, but you still have to clutch up. Vert is not letting this go. Not here, not now. Muzz is going to find Nexi there. Narwhal still in this game as well. What can Vert do? Ooh. Nicely done. Oh, one shot away, and it was close, but not enough.
But look at everyone. Everyone is desperately doing anything they can to find an angle, and this is the same thing we saw with Quad. These two are up here. Just chilling. Shots raining down. Literal fish in a barrel, but on the lower part of it, Muzz says, hey, give me a piece of that. They're all being funneled into him. They're racking up the points, and this is going to come down to a 2v2v2 to close it out. Muzz, Avery, Knifer, Okus, Pamsto, Thatch. Somebody books a ticket right here.
I don't see the shots coming in from up above. They might just let a team actually reset here. Pamsto and Thatch. Pam goes all the way back for material. Huge investment there. That could be scary. Knifer and Okus don't have mats. Muzz and Avery have enough to fight back here. What can they do? They're more focused on the low ground team. This is going down and off the cliff here. It's going to be all or nothing. An all in play now from Knifer on the other side. A big fight here. Muzz misses a shot. Very rarely you see that. And now the pressure starts to set in. Right camera peek is good. Nice material here. Muzz is looking strong. Avery is looking great, but Pamsto and Thatch still have material to work with. They actually allow the low ground team to go ahead and re-splash up. The win condition, they're committing it here. They actually want to fight this one out.
They want to take the fight. You have the OCE plus the C9 player against the French Canadians. Monster just put both his hands together, looked to the sky saying, if you're not gonna get it now, then when? But Pamsto, in fact, 5 eliminations. Here comes the drop down. Can they do it?
They're waiting, though. They want to get the lead first. A huge shot. It gets broken down. A side whip. He doesn't miss. It's a 1v2, and no! Pamsto and Thatch go down. Muzz and Avery, they are so good.
We do have Storm Surge. Will turn on here in 10 seconds, but only 5 players will need to go down. Potentially 3 duos, likely mostly solos as Tahi picks up yet another one. Way up on height, Av and Edan. You also have Trap killed as a solo just underneath with Vert. You can see he's got players all around him. Cease ends up going down. Nico finds one. TK going to get the confirmation there. Edan dropping back over, looking for that launch pad, but taking a little bit of extra time. You can see TK is down. Playify trying to run it out as we close falls in on our top 15.
Tragix falls there too. He had such a good game, probably the best we've seen today alongside Cease, but he is now officially down and out. I'm looking at names here in the mix. Bucky's back up. Cam is still here as well. Kaz and Hufishy looking to edge their way towards a win potentially right now, and so are Pamsto and Fact. They have now fallen to 5th, but that's okay because they're still up. They're still in this end game. There's still a chance here. Hufishy finds Verticality. He's gonna go down. Pamsto has to commit an armored wall here. High ground though. Just no one is currently just looking at them, pressuring them. They're allowing them to live rent-free right now.
If this pulls south, high ground wins, straight up. It's going to be so incredibly hard for everyone else to force them down. But as I say that, look at the loadout on Bucky and Cam. They have so many shields, they have so many heals, they have a decent amount of builds, and an armored wall.
That's actually a very important call right there. The fact that they have material, we can see Bucky and Cam start to look up and edge for height. Playify is a solo here, lurking in the build. Only target in front of him could be Pamsto and Thatcher, but no, the shots come in. He was spotted out, and down he goes. And just like that, Lauren snipes up another solo there. Pamsto and Thatch make a dash out the side of the zone there. They actually commit. AV starting to run out of material.
And Bucky and Cam chop them. Bucky and Cam were looking to the back of zone. They're saying, hey, they've been up there a minute. What can we do to drop them down? And look how much he still has.
They have so many mats here.
Oh.
Cam gets shot. That's so important. They're going to have to stop here. The more splashes they use, the win condition starts to slip away here. 12 players alive, 17's up. Nets, one of the only solos in this game here. Now going his way down to low ground. Cam finally breaks it, but no, lets his guard down, and it's Pamsto who takes him out. Bucky's now by himself. Pam is gonna find so much material off of Cam's body because they split the material before it all happened here. They have a chance now. Avi and Edan start to look up. They bring down Bucky. The fight is breaking out. Of course, the low ground teams recognize what is happening here. There's a true opportunity for anyone to go back up to height, and Edan climbs his way back up, but he is out of material. That is it.
Pamsto is down. It's all on the Thatch as well. 2v2.
Thatch finds
one. V1.
Can he do the rest here? Now comes the refresh here. He got to get some material. That's a good farm back. Clue's a solo there. Clue gets hurt. Aviv, Elite, Gold, still alive there on the low ground. Eden and AV on height here, but no material, so they are gonna have to commit on in. AV still has a little bit to work with, tries to reconnect there, but now the build fight goes out here. This is a perfect case scenario. The high ground teams are going head to head. What happens here? Elite Gold comes out on top. Down goes Eden, and the story starts to change, and another exchange there. Bam! AV is on top here, but no finisher for him, and all of a sudden, we're left for Clue. So left for Thatch here.
This is a 1v1, and there's so many fishes who are down in the zone. You can see Aviv went back. He tries to find the fish, and he tries to find the zone, but Clue, what looked like an absolutely hopeless situation, he now has the opportunity. However, win condition is in Aviv's hand. What can Clue do?
Good shot right there by Aviv, down onto low ground. If Aviv takes us home, so do all the points. That's gonna open up a placement spot within the top 6. That's the ideal situation, but Clue needs this if he wants to go to finals. He may not get a chance like this again. It's only gonna become more and more difficult though. More and more materials start to get invested. Clue doesn't have much to work with. He loses a little bit more HP.
And we're going underneath the bridge, so
look
pretty
at
much, oh, this is almost all full built metal. He's gonna get some more materials, but most importantly, he has no heals. The longer he waits, bottom right-hand corner, 15 seconds to full close. We're going off the bridge, and while he can recycle, this is going to give Aviv a window to just say, I don't need to go down. I can pop the flop and chill. Clue has to force something, but instead, Aviv finds the angle, and he says, I'll do it myself. HP lead turns back, and we have.
It's all or nothing right here and now. Play hip to hip and make this end game. It's so, so important. Polarized and Nico are up on the high ground here. Donnie's still in this game. Kaz and Hufishy alive and also not looking too well as they are below, but the textbook plays start to come in. Kaz protecting his 6 here. Play it smart, play it steady. You still have 8 seconds before you need some pressure to be alleviated here and get those tags to come through.
And so fast find another one. Nico and Polarized up on the high ground, but there's so much surge.
Oh no, Coop's down. Carries honestly back against the wall right now. They're looking healthy. If they can bounce back here and hold on just a little bit more, 122, that's actually edge right there. Bucky could overpass him.
And now Shadow and Me Too who took them down, but Macwood and Donnie still on the low ground, and they're tearing through everyone as the zone pulls out and away. But look at the right-hand side, 15 below. Cam and Bucky, and Cam finds the tags, he finds the spray. The player's lost. He said, let me give you a map. Polo takes him down there, but Bucky goes down, and it's all on the back of the young Lord. PSG, TNA, Cam. Can he take his team to the finals? 122 points. They are the 6th place mark, and it was Fact who rips Bucky away.
And they have to be careful because he's still on that layer with them as well. This is going up and over the mountain. It's only going to get more and more difficult now. For Polarized and Nico, I mean, it's easy streak for them. They're in 29th. They need the win. There's no other way around it. For Kaz and Fishy, they're trying to just rack up these points because we've seen how close it can be. Players like Bucky are edging their way and catching up to the heels of these players right now. Pamstel and Fat are now in the #1 seeded spot. A huge shot there, and that cuts down onto Kaz, the 2nd place team. They got a little too close to the sun, and they burn. For Cam now on the other side, another Elim off the Fishy. He jumps on up. Bucky and Cam are in the conversation. 133 now. They have pushed someone out of their spot. It is going to come down to the standings now. Bucky and Cam have definitely done something exceptional, but it's not over yet. Narwhal's still alive. Nexi is still here, and Elim comes through. They are 5 points away from the 3rd place team, and all of a sudden now they are inside the top 6. There's still other players here that can definitely toss some upsets.
1, 4, 5, 6, all still on the board, but it doesn't matter where you are. If you get the W, Nick and Demonic, they put a stamp on it, and he did it emphatically. Mason gets taken down. We'll be seeing them in the finals. They continue to run through, and a great effort from them. The question is who joins them. There's Narwhal and Nexi currently sitting in 5th. They close out Teed there, looking for every point possible because they are right on that line.
They're starting to jump up here, and don't forget that win. Again, the win is what the players want as well. That will undoubtedly push you to finals here. They're being held out. The wall is strong. They slip in. The drum comes out. And oh my gosh, a hero's effort. An SMG to the face from AKA. Shut down 2. But OMG comes in the end there and closes out. Pamstel and Fatch now fighting for the final moments. Nick FN's in the storm. Also held out a taste of his own medicine for a moment there. And it was disgusting. For Pam and Famstu now, what can they do? Pam and Fatch here are looking solid, but Nico and Polarized are on top.
2v2, V2. Pamstel and Fax will 100% go through, but Clue and Danny looking to do everything they can. Fax is down, Pamstel, he's fine, he's through. It's gonna come down. Polaroids and Nico versus Clue and Danny. Who will take the final moment? Pamstel will look to throw a wrench in, but he's already got the 169 points. He's calling nice, he's qualified through. He'll get ticked over here in just a second, and here it goes. Polaroids versus Nico, Clue versus Danny. No leaderboards in action. It's all about the win.
This is the win right here. Who can take it home here in the end? Both sides have just a little bit material to work with here. Both sides are really starting to dig deep now, and they have to perform. It's now or never. Polarized and Nico have definitely clutched up some big games today. Nico jumps in, Nico win. Polarized with a huge shot, and he closes out with the follow-up SMG. And just like that, a 6 Elim dub will send them to the finals.
We never know what's going to happen. Let's go through the leaderboards here as well and see exactly who is on the final standings and see who has gone through to finals. We can see here on the boards, topping it is Demonics and Nick FN here. SBG, I mean, consistency has indeed